Alqubit, IT, as an expression of art.
Hello world, I'm warming up very slowly today. We will start very soon. Let's have some fun in between. Obviously, with my private Ministry of Sound audio disco dance. See you after a few seconds.
Alqubit, IT, as an expression of art.
Hello again. Whatever I do, I always leaving something at the last moment. So I've been preparing for the last few days, and with the spring allergy, I'm in panic mode. Again, welcome back. It's a real pleasure to restart my live production after 27 days. It is always a lot. And I have to restart everything from the ground up. But let's warming up with my usual showing off of the live production. I have optimized the two angles. Look at this eye. There is no elaboration. Everything is perfect. Align it. Focus. Manual focus. Manual focus. White balance. Manual. Everything is manual. Perfect color profile. Today there will be, from now forward, a lot of fun with my new DSP that I have repaired, that I have done a video exactly on that purpose, to showing off that I have background in electronics. So I repaired it, and I have finally introduced it in the rudimental way with what I have, but it is kind of cool. Let's show it off. I'm now with the live profile. I can be in the disco club, in the church, on the stadium, theater, in the hall, any live production as now. 32 milliseconds of delay. It's good. How I'm doing it? Let me. The word machine is very complex, and I messed up at the beginning. I simply using a second channel to insert this one. Hello. This is simply the signal. It is beyond prosumer, hi-fi, old school. So I'm doing my best. Why is this video today? Because I want to overdo, as always, what I seen about my old live production. That apart that the colors, the color profile, the scene, and everything, I want to delete everything, but I have redone rarely, maybe 3 live production. I have repeated it, immediately deleted, but it was very challenging. I'm looking here, I'm doing things. It was extremely challenging period, and the video is good, but it missing the right energy, and I'm struggling. Let's see. Hello, welcome again to Alqubit. My name is Borislav Atachev, and I'm the founder of Alqubit. This will be the first video on completely different from all previous videos. I'm beginning my technology content pillar So
Probably
basically,
I'm too far from
what I have done with this video at the time, I was using only OBS with a couple of capture cards. This has been more than a week of struggle to produce it because I missed the audio. I have integrated from my Zoom in the audio into. I was using at the time Adobe editor with everything in audio. So I took something like everything was done manually, even the
level of the original quality, and it becomes
the text,
no
everything.
normal book.
It was really struggling. The content will be the same. I hope to have the right energy to repeat everything, to restart basically this thing. Let me close it. Those are the books. I have 29 books here. For a couple of minutes and something that it will take something like I think an hour something max. I will not go in deep dive into the content and related to TCP/IP. I will only skim the content with my suggestions and personal opinion, because I have read every one of those for something like 15 years. There is a massive content that you can learn for a couple of decades without exaggeration. There is a lot. But those are, in my opinion, that I have invested between 2000 and 2016. I have said it many times. Something like 50,000 euros in books. I accumulated more than 1,000 books in the last 5-6 years. I maybe thrown away 300 because they were related to products very old and needed a little bit of breathing inside my house. But there are still a lot. I have only for Cisco at least 200 about different aspects. Here are around 30, but I have much more on every aspect in security, hardening, and everything on TCP/IP. And TCP/IP is a language, basically. You need to eat it day by day. I have done in University of Milan the exams on TCP and networking, and what was how was presented and everything wasn't. It is impossible in university for 2 months of basically the program is in 2 months as for certification. To learn TCP/IP deep dive, you need 10 years to elaborate it. You can learn. I have learned and forgotten subnetting at least, I don't know, 20 times because you need it. If you need something for certification, I have even tools for subnetting. I have done it, redone it. If you don't use it, after a while you forget it. Missing the point. You know what is talking about, how to do it, but the end you will always use a subnetting tool, but you need to know what you're doing and what you are talking about. So it is big chunk of material. It starts with Ethernet, with encapsulation, how everything works together. And TCP/IP is really complex. I have started. I want to show off my first certification on TCP/IP was done on this book. It was Microsoft certification. Let me apologize for it is tiny webcam that it will be what will be. I'm doing my best. TCP/IP. It was certification, and my first certification maybe was on TCP/IP with Microsoft. And another time, what was the studying about? Yes, it is horrible. My key light here is reflecting everything. Subnetting, naming resolution, ARP, basic stuff. And all the things of binding, NetBIOS, DHCP, WINS. And I thought I was knowing NetStat and all the commands with Windows. And I have done it at the first attempt, and I got the certification. And my first 3 years in IT was as a networking engineer, and I thought I'm good at TCP/IP. But when I start very seriously to learn about TCP/IP, let's say after I was considered super good in my field and everything, I had to learn specifically TCP/IP, very deep dive. And I took something like 10 years after that I was good, because I started with protocol analysis in 98, 99 with network general with the sniffer, original sniffer, with the rugged computer that was the sniffer basically. And I was doing this sniffing and analysis of the network. It was integrated with analysis that it will be called artificial intelligence, but it was intelligence that was integrated, that was giving you expert systems, were called at the time. And this sniffer was something like was very expensive, something like $150,000 at the time, and wasn't even on sale in Italy. It was bought directly from United States. And what I was saying, that I have done everything in my field in security, in PIX firewall, and integration, without knowing really deep dive of the TCP/IP. But when I started, it was like my first day on networking. What you need to learn in order to understand TCP/IP, this is nothing. Subnetting is nothing. And it is tough journey, really tough. What are the books? The absolute Bible of the Bibles of the books that everyone anyone that wants to learn TCP/IP needs to have this book. TCP/IP Illustrated Volume 1. I have all the three. There is there are 3 volumes, but regarding the TCP/IP, that what you need to understand it really well is this book, TCP/IP Illustrated. Richard Stevens, the best book of the best of the best books on TCP/IP. Whatever, now they are very expensive, something like 100 euros, probably. But this is a work of art in respect of the, how I can, let me disable here. I'm a little bit, no, I haven't done fine tuning on this scene, and it will be with live starting. Apologize. But it has a general architecture. All the headers of all the IP header, UDP, TCP/IP header, and this is absolute perfection of how the work is done when it's done as an art. IT is an expression of art. Everything is super duper done with extreme care. The paper is chosen as from a Bible that when you touch the paper is feeling good. It is everything. This is real Bible on TCP/IP. And you can learn here beyond the basis. You can understand everything. And all the suite of the protocols, because it is a suite of protocols. How I can stay here like that? I'm having apologize. I'm having this thing and I'm going with it. And what they have done, it is not like the original one. Because I needed when I was in Infosys, surf, windsurf. I have no idea if it has been authorized or not. One of TCP Illustrated and books to learn actually is